Hey friends, and welcome back to Art Time with Mrs. Jones. Today we're going to learn about pop artist Keith Haring. I've attached a read aloud called Keith, the Boy Who Just Kept Drawing, and I hope that you really enjoy listening to that. It is all about how he got his start into graffiti art that turned into hired artwork. Know that graffiti is never okay, but back in the day it was very popular and he really just wanted to get his artwork seen. We have many avenues with social media and a digital world to get your artwork seen without using graffiti, so don't do that. All right guys, I'm going to show you a couple of ways to recreate his artwork. It seems very simple because he uses a very basic shape drawing for his subject matter, but it's a little harder to do than it looks. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to recreate those. Let's do it. All right, so for this activity, I have out an assortment of things, and you don't need all of this to do this lesson. Again, I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can create this. I have some markers and also a pencil and glue, and then I have some quartered sheets of construction paper in a variety of colors, and then just my white paper. So I can take these out of the way and just use my markers on my white paper. Now, if you want to sketch it out with pencil first, you can, but this way is probably the easiest way, if you will, to recreate his pictures. So I'm going to start with getting a color, and I will draw a simple stick figure. All right, so with this little line drawing here, I can now beef it up a little bit or thicken these lines up so that I can recreate a thicker body style similar to his. All right, and then we'll draw his funky little hands and feet, which are really just circles for hands and little triangular or square type feet. And you can round those also, up to you. And that is kind of it for the outline of his bodies. I'm going to do a couple more here. Once you have your outlines of your little guys drawn, you can then trace them. So you're just going to do an outline around each of the little bodies just to give it a little bit more of a distinction from the paper. Once you've got your outline on each one, you can give them those really fun dancing lines. So for instance, this guy here looks like he might be shaking his arms around. Maybe his knee is moving up and down, and maybe his feet are also kind of moving. His head is shaking. These guys look like they're dancing, so we want to give them those action lines that show movement. You often see little action lines in picture books or comic books, so keep an eye out for those there. Now around there, you can do that really cool, intricate design of kind of a maze all the way around it, and that is my favorite part. Right, and that is my version of a Keith Haring dancing man portrait using only markers or crayons, whatever you have available. But if you do have or want to use colored paper and cut them out and glue them on, you can also do this the same way by cutting out the little people and gluing them onto the paper as opposed to just using your markers. Now, if you do that, you are going to want to use a pencil to sketch the outline of each person first. You might want to draw very, very lightly. We always draw light until we get it right, but you can draw very lightly your base stick figure. And once you have your stick figure drawn, you will go around it with those thicker lines to beef up the stick figure. You're going to put those little hands and feet on there and then erase everything on the inside. Now you would trace this with your black marker and cut it out. You could also just cut it out and flip it over, and then you don't have to erase those marks because it's not drawn on the other side. But once you have this traced, they look just the same as the ones that we drew with marker, but you didn't have to color them in, and you get to glue them. Now you do not have to do the pencil sketch first, and if you feel like you can just do the outline without doing it, you're welcome to try and do that as well. Once you get the hang of his little designs, you can kind of just do these on your own, and they're a whole lot of fun to just sketch these out and maybe give them to people as cards, or I don't know, just leave in certain places for people to find, just like Keith Haring used to do. But when you cut these out and glue them on here, you can do that same outline around each of the little guys there. So it's a lot of fun. I absolutely love Keith Haring. I even have his Funko Pop, which makes me smile. And this is a really exciting and fun lesson, and who doesn't love to doodle, right? You can even hide little guys in there. So this one looks like a little man, and this one kind of looks like a little man. Here's another one. So whenever you add those little elements in there, they're kind of fun, just little things that you can show your friends and kind of be a little Easter egg within your artwork. So there you go. Have fun, guys. I can't wait to see it. All right, guys, that is it for today. I really hope that you liked that lesson. It's very fun to do, and it's really cool to show the movement of the body by putting those little action lines on there. It's a nice little touch that really amps up the artwork that you've created. So please make sure that you share your work with me, and I will talk to you later. Miss you guys, and I love you. Bye.